to our So Slow Stitchers, and welcome to our channel Reaping Crafts. I'm Joanne and this is my mum Glen.
Hiya.
If you haven't seen us before, mother and daughter, which seems to be going down well on the channel, which is lovely, isn't it?
Very good, yeah. We love it, yeah.
And once again, our videos are getting over 1,000 watches, which is just amazing. Today we're going to sew up our pouches, said the right word, into a pouch, so it's not just a long bit of material. And I'm really looking forward to being able to use it. So without further ado, I'm going to get Mum to take it away.
As Joanne did a previous video on the lining, we have obviously already lined ours, as it would have taken so long to do, and we have pockets in it as well inside. So that was a good video, Joanne, and it worked out well, I thought.
Thank you.
Right, first of all, I'm going to show you some of the threads. So I'll move that out of the way. And we've got pearly cottons here. I'm not sure about that, it's a pearly one, but this one is an 8. That one there. This one is a 5. You see it's thicker. And this one is a 12, which is on the end, which is finer. So when you're doing, because we're going to do blanket stitch on ours, which we did say we possibly would be doing, the pearly thread is better to use than the embroidery thread, the embroidery flossies, because you'd have to use about 6 of those and then they could split. So I always think the pearly cottons or crochet cottons, I think myself, they're better to use. But obviously the thicker one would look, well, they all look nice, to be honest. It all depends what size, but we're going to do, I'm going to use an 8 to start with on the thing. But first of all, Joanne said there was a lady asked about beading needle, that she couldn't thread the beading needle. So let me get the...
She's having trouble, yeah.
Having trouble threading the beading needle. Having trouble finding it. Obviously the beading needle has got a very, very small eye to go through the beads, obviously. Now Joanne has a bobbin thread, which I actually don't have, which is very fine.
And it's strong, isn't it?
It is strong. It is strong. I can't undo that. Anyway, it's there somewhere. So that's the bobbin thread, which is quite thin. And I actually use the one I use on the machine thread. So that's a Gutermann one. So I find how I thread my bead needles is you have to have a clear end, a nice crisp end. And then if you get your needle, make sure you can see, and just push it over, and it should thread through because you've got a nice clear end. Once you've done it and you take it out, because I find sometimes you can't do it again because then it starts to fray a little bit. So I'll try again and then you'll see. Oh, I did actually, there you go.
But the frayed end,
we didn't fray too much that time actually. So Joanne's one obviously is very much thinner, and to be honest I can't see the thread. It's just very fine, and you should be able to thread your needle like that.
Because but they're both 1,000 meters, aren't they?
The big ones, they've got 1,000 meters on them. But, it is, I think you possibly, I'm not sure what you're using. Embroidery threads should not, in theory, go through a bead needle because they're thicker. Mm-hmm. And they do tend to split.
Well, they split so more easily, don't they? Yeah.
They do split. So I always find embroidery threads aren't really ideal for beading. So I hope that helps. If not, give another message and then we can see if we can help again. Right, so blanket stitch is what we're going to do. This again is the way I do it. So there's a lot of different ways. Right, because we're doing it in here, I'll show you in a minute how we start this off, but this is how, basically how I do the blanket stitch to start with. So if I come through the back, so your knot's inside, bring it over, just making sure now, yeah, bring it over, so your knot is there, so put your thread, so it's coming through where that knot is. Oh, there you go, in there. Can you see? Yeah. Pull it through, and just before it gets to the end, just put your needle through it, and put it, and that's your, don't put it too tight like I just did, and that's your first stitch.
And what does that first stitch set? That's the thing I think is important with that first stitch.
Well, I think it just keeps it steady, and when you come up, if you're going to go right the way around and join up, you can just come back into that stitch and finish off.
I was meaning the height. That's kind of.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, that first stitch.
Yeah, you
Is you saying I'm happy with it being.
Yeah,
that long.
That size. Yeah, I'm doing it big here so you can see it. But it all depends what size you want to do on your piece.
So your first stitch will set that up.
It will do the size you want. Yeah. So just come along. It all depends how close you want them together. If it come along, push it through. So obviously your thread is behind your needle, and pull it, and then you get your. Of course, obviously that's your first one there. That always a little bit iffy. Your first ones.
It's like first pancake.
It is. Yeah. Right. So your needle through, thread around your needle, and pull it through, and then obviously you're getting your. Top piece. I don't know what you call it. Through. Okay, you see that? Thread behind the needle.
Yeah, because I'm never that organised when I do it.
Okay, so you can see your lines across the top.
Yeah, because you go round and make sure you go through the back. I kind of go through and then push it over the top.
Well, you can do it.
Yeah, if you show the work, I don't know if you had. Yeah, I'm like that.
You go through.
Yeah.
And then you come through.
Yeah. And then I go through with my needle.
And then you go through like that. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Either way.
I do it.
Either way.
I do it the awkward way.
Yeah, as long as you get that your little lid on, not there.
We'll call it a lid.
We'll call it a lid. Yeah. just for the sake of it.
Yeah, we like
right.
new words.
So I'll just do another one, and then the other stitch you could do around your piece if you've done the pouch is like a whip stitch, which just goes over and over and over. I'll show you that one in a minute. So that's your idea of a blanket stitch.
Don't pull it too tight though.
Don't pull it too tight, otherwise, because if you do, and then it all starts to.
You've got to let that lid.
The lid,
rest.
Yeah, sit on the top.
It's got to sit on top of the pot.
So it sits nicely on the top. So your lid's on top of the pot. Yeah, okay.
These are pots.
Yeah, well, it's different.
Oh, well, you know.
Oh, you're going to have to do a piggy now. You did a piggy.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to coin that phrase.
Yeah, you will. So anyway, to finish it off, this is, again, how I finish them off, is just try and do a little knot on the end of that one there.
And you'll show us about going around the corner when we're doing it, won't you?
Well, I'm not going around a corner on mine, but I can, because I'm just going to go straight up.
Yeah, sorry, Mum. Just throwing you a curveball there.
Yeah, okay.
Well, your curve, let's do that.
Let's just cut that off. Right, okay. So.
I think go around the corner, because not everybody would have done it like ours. They might want to know how to go around the corner, because that's the bit I always find tricky to make look neat, and you always do it so nicely.
It'd be absolutely rubbish now. You know that, don't you?
I'll set you up.
You have set me up. Thank you, Joanne. Right. Okay. Get through, get you through. Right, okay, we're doing. Am I still in thingy? Yeah. Well, I've got to know.
Thingy, shot.
Yeah, that one.
Come on, Mum, we're pros now.
Pro or what? I'm not sure. Right, so we keep going. Let me just get to the edge then. Right, well, it should be. Right, okay, got to there. Right, get your needle and go through, so you're on the corner. I might have needed another stitch. I'm nearly, actually no, it's not too bad. So it's like that. Turn it round again.
This is the one.
Put your needle back in
In
there.
the same one, yes.
Go back over there. Round the back. And make sure it's in position. And it comes round the corner. Oops, get over there. Right. So you're around the corner.
It's going in the same hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
3 times.
And then you just... Oops, it's got a knot on it.
Carry on.
Then just carry on.
Thank you, Mum. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. And then obviously whip stitch is obviously the other one that you want. If you want to do that, again, you probably already do it anyway, not knowing what you're doing, to be honest.
Yeah. I've done whip stitch many a time and I've never named it.
You just do it, yeah. Yeah. So basically you're just coming over the top. Like that. Okay, you're just coming over like that. As I say, you've probably been doing it for years and thinking, don't know what it's called, but it's some people overcast stitch, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, it's whip stitch, overcast. Just do it as neatly as you can, which is mine is not at the moment, it's not in line. But yeah, so that's how you'll go in.
Yeah, but it's like anything, when you build up a length of it.
That's
good,
right, yeah. It's like when you're doing straight stitch, isn't it? You're going through, so at the end you sort of get quite good at it because you. Alright, got a knot in there.
So then you just chase your sample round. So you get round to the beginning and think, oh, that's rubbish, don't do that. And then keep chasing.
Right, okay, so there you have a knot. So I'm going to finish that one there. So anyway, so you can see.
Thanks, Mum. That's good.
Undo that a bit. So
needed that reminder.
So that's basically it. So you blanket stitch and a bit of a whip stitch.
Okay, jubbly.
Right, stick them over there.
Lovely jubbly.
Right, so when I'm going to start on mine, I've already threaded my needle up. I've got to get you over here.
And we need to say about the mistake I made just a minute ago when I was practicing.
Well, Joan was practicing and she did it the wrong way round.
She was
back to front, so she had her lining piece very nice.
It was all very neat.
Yeah, so you've got to get this knot in. So obviously in mine, and obviously like with Joan's as well, we now have the lining on as well as the backing, which is there. So I'm going to try and get my needle in because I'm going that way. Okay. Now I'll pin this back because I don't want this lace in with the blanket stitch. I want to hang over the top. So that's why it's pinned out the way. So you put your needle in. Oops. Okay. Right, a needle in there.
Why do we insist on talking to inanimate objects?
I don't know. We do. There you go. So let's come in. I'm just going to come over the top. Through there. Can you see that? Where mine is? I'll lay it down a bit so it's come through there.
I went the wrong way.
Right, pull your thread through, and you're on your way. Okay, right, so I'm going to turn it a little bit. Right, let's just undo that a little bit.
So I just came out the front and not out the back.
Oh, you've done it again. Okay, so in. Oops, I can't find my thread. There it is. It's avoiding me. And pull it through. Now, if you've got all your fiddly bits like this on the end, just push them up. And then you say you want to, whatever length you want, you can have a bigger one. You don't want too small because it really just go off your end of your frilly bits. Because obviously because we're raw edged on ours, we got frilly bits.
Frayed bits?
Yeah, frilly bits. They're frilly. If you want to be thingy, pedantic, frayed, but they're frilly.
Me, pedantic?
Right, can you see that? Yeah. So thread round and pull through. And when you start this, I try to get enough thread to go all the way down without having to rejoin. It's not difficult to rejoin. It's just like how I finished that one on here. You bring the needle in from the back, and you just join onto this piece and carry on. But I could show you that one if we get time, just to help you if you need to. All right, okay, so through. All right, so you're not threaded.
Do you think I've started yet? Why is it
possibly not?
Everything goes wrong. Good job.
Dear. Okay. So obviously you can't see a lot of mine because of my frilly bits there, but I have got a lid on it.
Right, Mum, I'm gonna have to ask you a question.
What's that? What have you done?
Well, so I've gone to the back.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come over the front.
Push your needle through so it comes through to the back.
No doubt I'll edit this bit out again. Oh dear. We've already done all this. I was like, oh yeah, no, got it. Right. Oh, I come through there?
Yeah.
Through there?
No, you've got to bring it
over the top.
So your needle comes through where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then put your thread over your needle. And that'd be your first stitch.
Sorry, everybody.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Annoying.
All right. Okay.
So once you started, I like blanket stitch. It's just always that.
It's
for
the
me.
start. To be honest, a lot of people say it's the start. But say there's so many. I'm just trying to get my thread through. So many people do it different ways. Some have a little tail at the end, and which I don't. Look, mine's. Come here.
Oh, it's all gone a bit twisty.
Yeah, it's gone all twisty.
That's because it's a long bit, I guess.
Yeah.
It's more difficult to manage, isn't it?
I just need to put it off it. Right, okay. See, now by doing all that, I've tightened that one up. So untighten that. Just put your needle in. Okay, so just keep going.
So is that all right looking like that on the back?
That first bit, first one always does.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just put a button on that.
Stick a button on it. As I say, if you can't get it right, stick a button on it. Or a butterfly. Mm-hmm.
I've got those little sheep buttons.
Yeah. Stick something on it, yeah. So now, as you see, we've got these clipped together. Obviously to hold them together because it's easier now to go down, because pins, as we've said on quite a few occasions, they hurt. So it's a lot easier. And it's thick. I think the pins would make it sort of put it out of shape a little bit. So I think it's a lot easier with these clips, which are very good. That one's not a good size anyway.
But if you haven't got them, then
It doesn't matter if you haven't got them. No.
you don't have to put that many pins in, do you?
No,
I think that's...
just enough really to hold, obviously, the top here.
Mine keeps getting caught. My thread keeps getting caught around the blooming thing clip.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
going to take mine off.
right.
So I've enjoyed this project though.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, so I hope if people have been coming along with this, because obviously the Roxy curation
A bit ahead of us, aren't they?
are ahead of us. Obviously, they're going to on Wednesday they will have another prompt out. So obviously, I didn't do the February prompt, which was the making something wearable. So I didn't do that one because obviously we started this anyway.
Mm.
So to have to see what Wednesday brings, and we might have a new project
Yeah.
to work
Well,
together.
we'll be doing something, whatever.
We will
won't
be we will be doing something, whether it's theirs or whether it's ours. But as you can see across the top, on the back, yeah. So
What did you think about the name then, Mum?
what's that?
So Slow Stitches.
So Slow Stitches. Yeah,
Did you like that?
yeah. I think it's quite good. Yeah,
Bit of a play on words there.
yeah. Yeah, mine's getting caught on it now.
A little bit more difficult to say. Yeah, than my Woolly Wanderers, but
Right, can I use your
No.
wax, please?
yes, of course you can.
Because it's getting a little bit difficult at the moment. It's playing.
Not behaving
It
itself.
is not behaving itself.
Tell it off.
So I'm going to just put it through the beeswax to help it slide a bit better. Thank you. Right.
You're welcome.
Right, let's undo that one again because it's gone a bit tight. It says it's easy to rectify if you do pull them a bit tight.
Yeah. You just go along and undo it a bit.
That's
don't
right,
you?
yeah, just go back in it with your needle.
I know that. That is a mistake I have made before.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take that pin out, that clip off now, because I'm coming to the thickness of this now. So I'm coming through, not quite to the pocket just yet. Next one should do it. Right.
Oh, so my pocket fell forward because I took the clip off, and then I was just about to start sewing.
Mm. Right, so I'm through my pocket.
And I wasn't going to go through the pocket.
No.
Oops.
So this is obviously, we're through more thickness now because we've got all the layers coming on. So just try and get all your ends pulled together. Because I say that, and because I had the slight difficulties because my material that I was working on, actually on the pouch, it pulled in a bit obviously because of all the stitching I've done on it. So it sort of went in a little bit. So I cut my
On the lining. you
I
mean?
cut my lining straight to the size that I count, I measured. But the centre was had a little bit of a bow in it, so I had to.
Which was the canther stitch, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it pulled it all in, so I had to just take a little bit off my lining.
Well, we
Just
we were doing it in a funny way together yesterday.
yeah, we were trying to get it sorted out, but anyway, I think we got there, so it
Yeah.
looks okay. So I'm happy with it. It's mine.
And I think what's really important, we watch K3N and she's always talking about needles and the importance of comfort with the needle that you're working with. If you're struggling with the needle, there could be a number of reasons with that, especially because obviously, like, how many layers have we got? So you've got the layers, because we've got a pocket as well, so we're going through 2 layers of that, plus the layers of fabric which the fabric was laid on, and the foundation piece, if you like,
Yeah.
and then the layers of fabric that we've laid on top. So that's, to my counting, about 6 layers. You know.
Yeah, so we do have quite a few there.
So you need a sharp needle, and if it's harder, then maybe make the eye a bit smaller, because if you're trying to put a thicker eye through, sometimes that's a problem, isn't it?
But you've got to have the eye that goes with your thread, that's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The thicker your thread, like if you use that
12.
5 that you had
5,
there,
sorry, 5.
then you definitely have to have a bigger eye for your needle.
Yeah.
Because you definitely, you wouldn't get that through like this size I've got here. You'd have to have a bigger eye.
I'm unsure if you would use that.
More like a chenille needle you'd need for that one, I think.
I like good eyes. Just because I get fed up with threading needles. But this weekend, with the piece I've been doing, I have used a smaller needle. Oh dear, yeah, it's been a bit tiresome.
Yeah.
But I've needed it really, really small and sharp because I've machine stitched on it, and I had quite a few layers that went through that. So yeah.
Yeah.
I had to use this thin needle, didn't I? Which has been a little bit tiresome.
It's a little bit.
But it's done what I wanted it to do. So, and actually, you know, I think it's with anything, isn't it? Any skill that you're learning, you get used to it, don't you? I mean, I had to wear a thimble, and today I've put it in a hoop because I just did keep pricking myself yesterday. And it blooming hurt. Yeah, so, yeah. But, you know, different once again. So different needles for different jobs. It's like if you're knitting, isn't it? You want something small, you need small needles.
That's right, you need the different size needles, that's right.
Any craft.
Catch that one, missed it. There you go.
I just wanted to apologise for not putting a video out yesterday. You may hear it in my voice, you may not. I'm probably more conscious of it than you can probably hear. I've got something called functional neurological disorder, which affects my speech and my movement. I have dystonia with both. My movement, sorry, and I have altered thinking and speech. Which can
sometimes no thinking.
No thinking, yeah, and so things can be a bit difficult. I decided that because I did the other video last week that I wouldn't do one for yesterday and give myself a break, and I'll do this one. So anyway, so sorry about that, but it's just a shout out to anybody else out there who has a condition which affects them in any way, and sewing or any craft helps you. I just hope, you know, I was just really glad to have you along, and I hope that you find this soothing and helpful, and like, because yesterday I did loads of hand stitching because my hands all curl up on my left hand usually, actually. So yeah, I was able to do sewing yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. You know, I was able to I was only doing cantha stitch, so I didn't have to think about it, but still going through the material, that noise, the sensation of the material, you know, because it, you know, changes feel, doesn't it, texture.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice to have another thing now to be able to do when my F&D comes on. So anyway, that's that. How are you getting on, Mum?
Okay, yeah. You doing alright?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm nearly down one side, so
I think mine's going to be a little monkey.
Nearly down there.
And one out before I get to the end.
Oh, let's lift that flower up a bit so I want him over the top. So if you have got things that you want to sit over the top of your work, so it's hanging over the edge, then just, like I've done there, pin that, or do like that flower there, I've just pushed that out the way, just so I can go under it. Just so if you want your pieces, you know. Right, Joanne's coming to the end of her thread. Excuse me. I'm just going to cut that little bit out of there. If you don't mind, just get rid of that.
Don't mind, that's my very delicate work. I left that in there.
You don't always stick it back in if you want to. Right, so Joanne's only got a little bit of thread left.
Pain.
So I'm gonna take that back there. So this is her last blanket stitch there. Okay. Thread your needle. Right. If you come through there.
What, on the top, the lid?
No, your leg.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Come through that. And we'll do a knot. So you come through your thread.
Mm-hmm.
Bring a knot down. Okay, you can't quite see it on yours, but there is a knot at the top in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's getting threaded up because you just push it down in and come out there.
So the bit I always struggle with this now is joining it.
Joining it, yeah. Right, so I'm just going to cut that off there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So there's your last.
Yeah, so you just finished it as a straight.
As a straight.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Thread the needle. No, that didn't do it, did it? Oh, okay. Stitch knot on the end. Okay, right. So you're gonna have to come in when you're inside there, wherever you can hide it. Put your knot. Okay, so you're inside here. Can you see that? My thumb's in the way. Get your knot in there. But don't forget, it's in where you're sewing, so you won't see it.
Get in there, knot.
Mm-hmm. Bria lid.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah?
Cheeky.
And then just...
Well, that's cheeky, isn't it?
carry on. All right?
I've tried lots of different ways of trying to do that.
In there, because you've got your knot in there. And then you just carry on with your stitch.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you. Well, that's not as hard as I make it.
Right, and mine is...
Thanks.
Thread is twisted, so I'm just going to hang it down a little bit and just untwist him a little bit. You can't quite see that, can you? Didn't see that at all, probably. Anyway, I hung it down and untwisted it so I can carry on to the end.
So they get twisted as we're going backwards and forwards.
That's right, because the movement of what you're doing.
And because you've done a long bit, it gets more and more twisted, I guess. Does it?
Yeah, it does. But if you just hang it upside down, then it obviously all untwists itself, and then you're back to how you were. But yeah, they do get twisted. It depends and also knots, when you're doing French knots or colonial knots, they get twisted.
No.
Again, it's the movement of your when you're turning it around and that around the knot. So I'm nearly to the end of this one. I've taken my clip out. See, I've got a bit of lining sticking out of there, so I'm gonna poke that back in.
Oh, that sounded painful.
Hmm.
Shoving your lining back in.
Shove my lining back in, yeah.
So with this end one then, well, I'm just going to, because you're coming up to your end, aren't you?
I am coming.
I shall wait.
Yeah. I'm getting there. So you can see all the stitches on the back. That one disappears in the fluff. Oh, nearly there. Stand up, you. Get up. Alright. Hold that down there because it's coming through there. Comes the rabbit. Okay, you seeing that? I'm coming towards the end. So you twisted already, look, see? Get through. This is quite thick there, yeah. Make sure through that. Right, one more. Should do it. Oops, unthreaded it because I did.
Because it's been naughty thread, hasn't
It
it?
has been a naughty thread. Needs a bit of a telling off.
I'll go and stick it on the naughty step.
Goes all the others that are sitting there at the moment.
In fact, I can't get upstairs. Out of the way, kids.
Right, okay, we're at the end, yeah. So I'm gonna, as I said, do a knot. Do a knot. I did actually come through that again. Yeah. So, do you got that? If you want to do another knot, just do a little one on the top, just to make sure, because obviously this is the end of it and it's going to be used. And then when you've done it, so you get your needle, poke him in, bring it through somewhere.
And why do we do that then? Why do we lose the thread?
Well, it just stops it. Because if the longer your thread that you cut off, more unlikely to come undone. Because your thread's not right. You've not cut it right up there.
And you put a bit of tension on it, don't you?
Yeah.
So that it boings back in again.
Yeah. So
That's a technical term.
boing. Boy, yeah, it is a technical term. Right. So there is mine on one side. I've laid that back down again, which covers that up. So I will stitch that down there so it covers up my thing. That's done.
Oh, it feels nice.
So how's yours done on your side? Let's put mine on that side. Let's get Joanne's. Oh, there you go. That's nice. Very neat, Joanne. Very neat. Yeah.
I'm marching in straight lines all those years.
Yes.
The Warm Rings band. I do like a straight line.
You do like a straight line. Yeah. So, and on the back. So
Nice.
we've done. We have completed one side. So
Cool.
good.
Well, I think what we'll do then is off camera we'll do the other side then.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think to be honest, people could have the idea now, and I think it could be a little bit boring perhaps.
I just wanted to show this on camera because I haven't shown you yet, have I?
No, you haven't.
So this is what I've been doing at the weekend, and this is what I was going to do my video on, and I didn't quite get there. So, There we are.
It's Joanne's piece. Okay.
So my thoughts were I was going to do light and shade, so I wanted the sun's coming this way, and I wanted to do the thread a lighter colour to show the light.
Mm-hmm. Which it does, you can see it,
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I did these tiny little stitches, getting bigger as it went down, for a dry stone wall.
Yeah, they look very good actually. I like them. I like them. Look at that. Yeah.
And then I was trying to do some trees, so I need to work on that a bit more. And I was putting some bushes in, and then up the top there I've gone a bit darker.
Yeah. But going this way.
Yeah. Which is just showing that it's in the shade. So that side's going to be darker in this side. Yeah. But then what it's going to do is become lighter a bit around this bit where the sun's
so it's coming down. Yeah, so you can see that. Yeah.
But I've just got to decide what to do with these two bits with regards to bushes and trees.
Yeah, what you're planting there.
And then what am I going to plant? Yeah, so sorry I didn't get the video out yesterday, but so anyway, so I'm pleased with that. But yeah, I love that. It's textured.
Yeah, I like it, and it's obviously you're getting all your grasses and things up here.
I did that with a machine.
Yeah. But
I'm just trying to do more hand stitching with it.
Yeah. Well, now you're into it.
Yeah.
You know, we can't go off it now.
No, that's going to have a frame over it because I tried to do a machine stitch tree.
You can see it though. You can see what it is.
I know.
You can see what it is. You know.
I know, but I've been trying to unpick it, but it's a nightmare when you've machine stitched.
Well, it probably looks better than it was unpicked.
Thanks.
Looks nice and fluffy.
I'm not too sure whether to take that as a compliment or not.
It's nice and fluffy.
Yeah, it's much better now you're getting rid of it.
Yeah, it's fluffy.
I know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
But it's bushier.
Yeah. But it's a tree.
It's a bushy tree. What else do you want?
Anyway, so thanks, Mum.
Yes, you're fine. You're fine.
So I've been enjoying that. That's been keeping me sane this weekend.
Yeah, she's not been well, to be honest. So, okay, right, off camera, because obviously we don't want to bore you to death. We have done both sides, and Joanne has as well. So we're just going to reveal them now. So this is my front. That's with the open. That's with my pockets inside because I have 2 pockets. And that is the back. Now I'm happy with the back now. I did have it differently and I wasn't, so I rearranged it slightly. So I'm happy how mine turned out now. So,
what's your favourite bit on it?
To be honest, the flowers. I just like these flowers because I got them this side as well in there, and I actually do really like them. But I'm happy now with everything else. So we've done plenty of stitches, plenty of applique and lace and things. Obviously, on my behalf, I've got my lace beads. We got, yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy with mine. The only thing I am trying to decide is my closure. Obviously, Joanne has hers. I'll show you hers in a minute. But no, it's my closure I'm having a bit of issue with. Oh yes, and I had this piece of lace on here, which I cut off another piece of lace. It was thicker. And I cut that off and put that on. I've had that on for a while. And Joan said, "Oh, I've chosen a bit of lace, Mum." So anyway, she shows it to me. And it's identical to my lace. But now, it's not. Because she tea-dyed it. Not on purpose, apparently. She dropped it in her tea.
I did, yeah. I drink black tea and I was just going to attach it, and half of it fell in my tea. So I thought, I might as well stick that half.
So she's decided to put the whole lot in. So yeah, so hers is the same pattern, it's just a different colour now.
Bit muted.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's Joanne's front. Oops, I'll do it from the button. You obviously saw this where she did that video. She's put stuff inside hers. And here's the back where she's done all these stitches on. And I think it's absolutely lovely the way she's done all these stitches. So considering this is the first time that Joanne's done embroidery, I am really, really proud of her. I really am. And this has come out so well.
Thanks, Mum.
So and obviously she has her closure.
Yay!
She's got a button.
Oh, I changed the button as well because Mum got her button box out with stuff which was from her mum and my great nan, and I found that button which I really liked because first of all it's a heirloom of, you know, not heirloom, but you know, it's from our family, but also it's wool.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
So it's woven.
Yeah, and it goes in with everything.
Yeah, so we thought, right,
yeah,
we'll put that one on.
Yeah. So I think that's absolutely lovely, as I say, and she's put little beads.
Little beads.
So there, that's Joanne's. So I think you would agree. I think she's done a beautiful job.
Well, I love yours. I just love all your. Well, it's just you. You know, when I look at yours, that's just you, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
we
all
are.
Your lace.
We are different, yeah. Because I do like lacy bits and that, and Joanne is not so lacy. But I think because of all the stitching that she's done, you know, that's hers, and that is her own style. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's what's great about doing any craft, isn't it? Is that you find your own way, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. And I do love all this what she's done here. So.
That's my favourite bit. Yeah, the trees.
Yeah. No, I think it's lovely, Joanne. So there we have. Obviously, two different sizes.
I went small.
Yeah.
I've never.
Well, I had more to put in. I've got all my hexes to put in there, so I know what's going to. Well, I say that I might use it for something else now, anyway. But anyway, that's what it was meant for. But I see in Joanne's. Yeah. So we've done.
Well, thank you so much, Mum, for teaching me that. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've enjoyed it with you. So. Yeah.
So. I think we're just time to say goodbye.
We'll say goodbye now, yeah.
And thank you all for joining us for this. And next week we'll come up with our new project.
Yeah, as I say, it'll either be the Roxy one or we'll do something of our own. So, and if it is something of our own, we better get our thinking caps on.
Well, it's going to be something slow stitch. Whatever it is, it's going to be slow stitch.
That's right.
So.
No machines involved. It's all going to be hand sewn. So.
Yeah, so and thank you everybody for joining us.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And please like and subscribe to our channel and our little community. We're nearly at 400 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So and keep coming up with the comments because I love waking up and looking through them. So that's been. I really, really enjoy doing that.
Yeah, and if you do have any issues or anything that we might be able to help you with, just put them in the comments and we see what we can do.
Yeah, or any ideas.
Not always saying we can help you, but and ideas if you've got any ideas. Yeah.
For future projects.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Okay.
Okay, bye. So slow stitches.
Bye.